Alright, so if you've seen my last video, I talked about why I took antipsychotics, I talked about my mental problems, I talked about my job. Prada, quit crying please. And this video will be about sexism that I deal with at my job. Okay, so I'm just going to go through and tell you guys a couple things that customers have said to me at my job. I usually deal with these customers when they come into the store that I work at and they think that I'm alone at the time. Sometimes I am, and sometimes I do have coworkers listening closely in the back. But anyways, this is what they usually say to me. So I get this one all the time. A customer will walk in, I approach them and say, "Hi, how can I help you?" And they say, "Hi, can I speak to someone who knows something?" "Hi, how can I help you?" Another thing that happens to me all the time, so a customer will walk in, I'm the first one to approach them, and they tell me what they need, so I begin explaining to them what I would recommend, or I can answer any question they may have, and then once I have a male coworker walk past me, my customer's attention directs to my coworker, and they literally just walk away from me and walk up to my coworker and say, "Hey, I'm looking to get this done," or whatever. And my coworker will have to direct them back to me because I'm the one that can help them. One time I literally had a male customer come in. I asked how I could help him, and he said, "I don't speak to women, I only speak to men." I also happen to be the store manager at the store that I work at, and a lot of male customers do not like that. I mean, I've had a lot of customers in general, male, female, whatever, where they don't like the answer I gave them, and a lot of times they'll say, "Can I speak to your manager?" And I always like to answer that one because I say you're speaking to her. One time I had a male customer actually tell me that I was never going to make it in life, and that he's surprised that I was even the manager, and he said that my job won't last long and that I should just give up on life altogether. And he actually said that in front of several other coworkers. One time I was speaking with a customer and he burped in my face. We were probably standing like this close to each other, and it was like he didn't even acknowledge what he just did. The other day a customer called on the phone and they were looking to have some service work done, and I said, "Sure, I can help you with that." "Oh, can you? I'm not sure if you can help me with this, but this is what I'm looking to have done." And I said, "Yeah, I can help you with that. Come down to the store and we can discuss it and put together a quote for you. But I'm not sure if you can help me. Do you think there'll be anyone there that can help me?" "Yeah, I can help you and I will be there to help you." He didn't even show up. I don't sound like this when I actually talk to the customers, like in my bitchy voice. I don't sound like that. It's just repeating the story it's frustrating, you know? Because in the moment, I do maintain my professionalism, and I take my job very seriously, and I'm proud of the knowledge that I have gained over the years, and I'm proud to say that I am the store manager. A few weeks ago, there was a customer that came in, and he must have thought that I was in there alone, because he started threatening me and saying, "If you're going to charge me for this, then I'm going to leave this to your conscience, and I hope you don't sleep at night." And I don't think he realized that my assistant and her boyfriend, they were on lunch break in the side office listening to everything. And another coworker of mine was in the back office. He was listening to everything. And I actually told him, "No, if you're going to talk to me like that, then you can actually leave, and I'm not going to do this job for you." And then he started getting all panicky and, "Oh, well, just do it, but you know, like, I'm going to be leaving this to your conscience, you know, like, you better do this for me for free," or all these people came out of the offices, and then I think he felt really stupid for what he said, and he started saying, "You know, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean anything I said." A few months back, there was another customer who came into the shop, and he said straight up to my face while I was working alone, he said, "You know, I'm going to be telling the owner here, I'm going to tell him all these lies. I'm going to make up whatever story I need to make you look bad." There's nothing anyone could ever say to the boss that would compromise my job or my position. And it was about 2 days later, that same customer, he actually called the boss. He called and wanted to speak to the owner. And he actually told him that he had said some things to me that were very rude and out of character. And he wanted to apologize for it. I mean, some of these situations may be sexism, but I think a lot of times these people are just going through a bad day or something's going on in their life that they're taking out their negativity on me, and they're probably taking it out on other people too. Regardless, I don't think you should treat anyone like that ever. Yesterday, I had a guy come into the shop, and while I was working on something for him, he leans up and he looks at my hands and he says, "Oh, you're not engaged?" And I said, "No." And then he proceeds to put his hand on mine and rub my ring finger like this. "Oh, well, don't you want an engagement ring?" he says. I was like, "I don't know." "Well, a pretty young girl like you, I could really help you out with that." This guy is like 50 years old. After he said that, about 2 more customers walked in, and then he ended the conversation with that. A couple days ago, there was a customer in to have some work done, and while I was doing something for him, he was telling me about he has a motorcycle for sale, and he said, "If you have anyone that that might want to buy my motorcycle, you should let me know." And I was just like, "Oh, okay, like I don't really know anyone, but yeah, okay." And he said, "Well, don't you want a motorcycle?" And I was like, "No." He's like, "But you would look so good on a motorcycle." And I was like, "Oh." And then he said, "You look good just sitting there." Like, so gross. This guy is like probably 60 years old. I work in a male-dominated industry, and I guess I didn't realize what I was getting myself into when I started, but I realized that I had a lot of interest in this industry, and my coworkers are great. I have no complaints with my coworkers. They're all guys, most of them. When I took over management of this particular company, I actually achieved the National Sales Award. Another place I work at, there's this guy that was probably in his 50s too. And just like any other customer, like I'll usually make small talk, make them feel comfortable and, how's your day going? That sort of thing. But with him, it was like the conversation would never end. He would just have to know more and more and more and more and go on and on and on. He would never leave. And then he started coming to the store every day to come talk to me while I was working for no other reason. He wouldn't even buy anything. And then it got to the point where he was asking me to come to his farm, come hang out with him, come horseback riding with him. No, I'm not really interested in doing that. It started creeping me out so much that every time he would come in, if I seen him first, I would go in the back and hide and then wait for him to leave. But the thing is, like, he wouldn't leave. He would just wander around. He would be looking for me because he knew that I was there. So he would wait for sometimes like an hour, 2 hours until he would see me. And then he started driving around my house. And this isn't the first time it's happened. It's actually happened to some of my female co-workers as well with other customers. And with them, it actually led to a restraining order. Those customers were banned from the store, and then they could no longer even be within, like, I don't know exactly, like maybe a couple miles from where that individual lived. It's crazy the lengths that these men are going to, and I understand that they probably have problems of their own. Maybe they're just lonely. I think that's what it is. I've found a lot of these guys that are doing that. It's because they have no wife. They're probably just alone all the time. They don't get it that it's like creepy to, like a young female. But point of the story is, although it's like so hard to put up with customers like that every day, and you know, they're constantly putting me down and trying to make me feel like I'm never going to make it in this industry or whatever they're trying to do. Maybe they're just having a bad day for all I know. You just got to remember to be positive, and whatever they say to you, don't let it get you down, because it was getting me down. I was having panic attacks, but I've got past that now. You know, they can tell me to give up on life. They can burp in my face. I don't give a shit, because at the end of the day, I'm the one proud of myself, and that's all that matters. Thanks for watching, and I will see what I can cook up for my next video. Bye.